Hello, welcome to Save Point. Welcome back to Save Point, or welcome for the very first time. It's been about a week and a half since we've posted a new episode, and that is sadly due to the fact that we have lost our camera. But before we get into that, I'm Ryan.
I'm Hunter.
I'm Nick. Michael can't speak.
And I'm Michael Anthony.
It's always hard when you're on the side. You're like, which one goes first? That's right. Okay, we haven't posted in over a week here a new episode because we have lost or our camera has been stolen and we've turned every stone over.
Yes.
Even Emma Stone. We've turned her over.
Yeah, we're like, Emma, we're just once over. We need to make sure it's not on your back or something. And sadly because of this, as you may or may not know, that it took us a very long time to get to the point where we could actually have a nice camera for the show. So this is kind of a huge setback for us. So what we decided to do is we went ahead and we started a Patreon campaign, which we will put a annotation here for you.
Yes.
If you want, you can, contribute something to us in order to help us support the show, and, anything that you guys do contribute toward us will go into replacing our lost camera and maybe anything else that will help let us do more,
Yeah, and we would really appreciate it. Right now, we all have jobs, but, they're jobs that just barely support us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're all working hard. We're all doing the best we can.
And we do this all for, we do this to bring stuff for you guys.
Yeah.
We as much as we love talking about games to ourselves, which we do very often.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk for hours before we film and after we film and so on and so forth. And we really appreciate bringing content that is better all the time for you, for the viewer.
And also, with Patreon, it does enable us to maybe create some extra stuff for people who support the Patreon campaign. Maybe some goodies. We're exploring what we could do for that. Like, I don't know. We don't know. We'll maybe make some exclusive content or maybe some extra behind-the-scenes stuff. Just something, nice to give back for, your support. Because without your support, this show doesn't exist at all. You guys are as much a part of it as we are. It's your topics that keeps the show going. So, we just wanted to give you the opportunity to play into the show and the production of what we do at UnderInspired even more. So, you 100% don't have to. Like, we're not saying you have to do this. Our content will always be free. But if you'd like to kind of help us, that would be great.
Yeah.
And it was like almost a year before we got that camera. So, kind of a setback.
Yeah, really.
But anyway, we should go ahead and talk about some video game topics that you suggested us with the hashtag SavePoint.
Yes, hashtag SavePoint. I will start us off. I'm going to mix it up. All right, I'm going to grab this one. All right, this is from GamerX on Twitter, @GamerX, the longtime fan.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the supposed comeback of Unreal Tournament?
We just spoke about this.
We just spoke about this on our podcast.
You guys won't hear for a while. How many episodes was it?
I don't know. You'll hear about it.
You'll hear about it. You'll hear about it here first, though.
I don't know. Like, I'm excited for it. I think that Unreal Tournament has its place, and it's been a while since there's been one. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I think it has its place, and I think what
they're doing is great. The fact that it's free, and the fact that it's being created by the fans, in which most Unreal games, not the console ones, but the PC ones, really. Those maps a lot of them were created by fans, similar to how Counter-Strike and Far Cry, all those maps were made by fans. And, a lot of people got their big starts. Cliffy B, for one, that's how he, aside from his Super Mario score in a Nintendo magazine, he has a world record. He started off building Unreal maps that were so good that they hired him. Unreal hired him. Epic hired him because of that. So I feel like this is going to be a good place for people to share their information with each other and build off each other.
No, I'm excited. I think if it's as good as the old ones, if they can make it good, it could have its place in esports, and it could come back and be because when I was a kid, that was that and Quake were the games to play.
Quake is still a thing though.
And just the whole concept of a game being created by the community, I think, is really cool and kind of groundbreaking.
Yeah. I think, for gaming, pretty much what I really want to see is competitiveness come back. It's so hard to, there's competitive games right now, but I just mean, it would be nice to really get your friends around the TV or get your friends online again and, be able to all jump on and have fun. I really feel like most stuff is co-op now, and there are some competitive games like fighting games and stuff like that, but it would be really cool to have like a classic like competitive first-person shooter back
for free that everybody can get into.
And something that's like
there's no excuse.
That's fun and it doesn't take itself too seriously.
Yeah.
Like like Call of Duty, it's like very draped up in this whole it's a military shooter, you know.
There's no quad rockets. There's no shock into Instagib.
Exactly.
The shock rifle Instagib.
Yeah.
That was my. If you can land that.
There's no like juicy fruit gusher head explosions, you know.
Exactly.
The watermelon exploding.
Yeah. The smack.
I don't know. We're excited for it. You know, like we're excited for it. Gallagher's excited for it.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. Just the whole it being made by the community means that it could go like wildly successful.
It could.
You know, this could make some like amateur modders life. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
And just quite simply having new eyes. You know what I mean? Like having new eyes, having new hands on a project. I'm sure it's gonna make it so easy for them to be inspired. You know what I mean? Ideas that they would never have come up with that someone's going to throw out there and be like, wow, that's smart.
Yeah. I don't know, this whole like generation of like crowdsourcing and crowdfunding things, I think it's actually really cool. Just because like, I don't know, you have so many more minds involved that these voices that might have had some brilliant thing to contribute that have never been heard before are now a big part of the process. So I think it's great. Also, we didn't even mention the fact that this is a super save point, because we're all here. We usually only do 3 of us, but we're all here for this one. So.
Where's our capes? We need capes.
We do need capes.
It is a super save point.
Yeah. You know, we'd have to talk about, like who's the cape guy, because you can't, not everyone can have capes, you know what I mean? Like, because it's weird if everyone has a cape.
Yeah.
Well, Michael's the what's it called? Objectifiable one of the group. He's got to wear the tight spandex and the, like half pants.
I'm okay
shorts.
with that.
You know, I kind of think just the cape is kind of making a comeback. Like, if you, in Saga, the Will has just the cape, and I just think it's baller.
I want to see him put his hat on. It looks like a luchador mask. That's what it looks like. It looks like a cape with a luchador mask on it.
Ryan,
I'd wear that.
You should just do the Action Comics Superman, just shirt, pants, cape.
Yeah, and then he wears like lug boots.
Rocket.
I'm down.
Lug boots.
I'm tired of getting freaking. Speaking of comic books, you know who I got likened to yesterday?
Who?
Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
I do not look like Kevin Smith.
Well, someone's comparing you to a wildly successful,
At least it's
funny
not.
guy.
At least it's not your other comparison.
No, we don't talk about that.
Yeah, much better
Don't
than
pull
that.
topic. What would your superhero costume be?
I don't know. Like a morph suit with
Morph suit.
Echo the Dolphin going.
You know what? I was on Kotaku the other day, and they were doing that Photoshop contest, and for like one of their like
editor-in-chief,
and one of the Photoshops was the Echo the Dolphin cover.
I'm down.
Wow, they're ripping us off.
And they Photoshopped him into the cover.
We got you, Kotaku. We got you.
I thought that was great.
Michael Michael Reynolds on Twitter. Is this
That's Twitter.
Twitter.
Tumblr book.
UnderInspired, what are your thoughts on Kodakuwa buying from software? I'm a Dark Souls fan, so I find this very strange and interesting.
Right, so From Software was purchased by Katakawa Games.
I thought it was the other way around.
Nope.
No, they got bought.
It was From Software that got bought. I thought From Software bought the other company.
No,
got bought.
They got bought.
I don't know.
I mean, like we've had some topics in the past, like Facebook buying Oculus, things like that, and there's
apparently this one's good. I mean, in the article that I read said that this is only benefiting everybody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like for all we know, they're gonna buy them and just let them do their own thing. But now they have like a bigger budget, and now they have more talented
Resources
individuals.
And stuff,
exactly.
The only thing I'd worry about is like tighter restrictions. You know what I mean? Like it's when you get like the whole here's your deadline. Here's when this has to be due by. Tone down on this. Don't do that. That's when I get worried.
And they're also a Japanese company, and I feel like it's just different standards and practices there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel like, they are really big on quality control and stuff like that. And that's and I get like companies like Nintendo, they've taken it to a fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they have such an iron grip, and they should loosen it up as.
I feel like people at Nintendo like they'll have these brilliant, like really imaginative minds come in. They're like, oh, I have an idea for this game and this new character and this really cool storyline, and they give their whole pitch, and at the end it goes, that's good, but what if it was Mario?
Right?
Yeah, like what if it was Mario doing that?
Well, they actually that's actually a great story. I don't know if you guys played Star Fox Adventures, like Star Fox and Dinosaur Planet or whatever they called it. That was originally its own game. where you were gonna play as the female lead, the purple fox. I forget her name, and it was far along in development on the Nintendo 64, and then they came over. I think it was Rare that created it. They came over to Rare and they said, "Hey, we're making a game. We're making the GameCube. Do you want to switch development to that?" And of course they jumped on that. A more powerful box. More time to make the game. And somewhere in that conversation, they were like, "You know what you should do? You should replace your main character with Star Fox." And that's how that happened. That's literally how that happened. They were like, "Look at this great game. You know what would make it better? Star Fox."
Let's just scrap the strong female lead.
That happens to movies all the time, too. You're like, what are you doing here? Like, this movie did not need Cameron Diaz.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, most movies don't need Cameron Diaz. I'm so tired of that. I'm so tired of watching a movie and enjoying it, and they're talking about, like, some sexy girl who's going to come in, and it's Cameron Diaz. I'm like, she's not that... I'm sorry.
Shots fired.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
He thinks about this a lot.
That's never happened to you?
Not specifically for Cameron Diaz.
Did you ever see the movie The Green Hornet?
Yes.
Yeah. I was gonna say Green Hornet, Bad Teacher, The Counselor, The Other Woman, all movies of that example.
Wow.
You have like her resume in your mind.
No, I just mean like
you just can't play the same role for 20 years.
Those are all those movies.
What are you talking about?
The Lonely Cheated on White Girl.
Tom Cruise has been proving you can do that for 20 years.
And I don't like it.
Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
He plays the same. He always
Same
plays
guy.
himself.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't play anything else.
Well, I really want to see Neighbors. I heard
Yeah,
good
I
things
heard-
about
yeah,
it.
I've heard
I
great
hear
things.
fantastic things.
I'm a
about
bit
it.
more excited for Let's Be Cops.
Oh my god.
That movie looks like it's gonna be so good.
Yes.
I'm
a huge Damon Wayans Jr. fan.
I heard Godzilla's really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Great
Awesome.
reviews. I'm excited.
Alright. Here it is. Read it to me, Nick.
Specifically to you?
Yeah, don't shut up, guys. Close your ears.
Rev at Rise Up Rev.
Okay.
5 minutes ago. At UnderInspired, international invites for Dota, Dota 2, or the Allstars for League of Legends. So I guess what they're getting at is, are we more excited for the internationals, or are we more excited for All-Stars for the
What are
League
you
of
guys
Legends?
excited for?
League of Legends is for scrubs, and
What are we talking about? You just alienated everyone, by the way.
I know.
What are we talking about?
Dota,
I was told to close my ears.
Dota and League of Legends.
Dota and League of Legends. What, are we more excited for the internationals or the All-Stars? I don't
know. I haven't seen the League of Legends movie. # shots fired.
You saw the Dota movie?
Yeah. Free to play.
Yeah, free to play.
Did you not see Free to Play?
No.
Oh, that was actually really
It's
good.
a
You
free
should watch
movie
it.
on Steam.
It's free to watch. It's actually really good, and it's
Okay.
about the international.
And you know,
No, it's good. Don't you make that face. I see it.
I feel okay. This is how I feel.
What
about,
are you, fucking Jim from The Office?
Where's Dwight? Anyway, this is how I feel about the internationals. I feel like the Dota community has a more interaction with their internationals because they've been doing this thing called the Compendium, which is something that you can buy on the store when you're playing the game, and in it it's basically like a fantasy league. And like you can choose like the matchups and who's gonna win against who, and by doing it, you're also contributing to funding the international and funding the prize.
Wait, so is this like fantasy football with Dota, or is it more like making bets?
It's more like it's you bet, but like you get points if like you get right. Like and the
okay.
points like and what happens is you get stuff for your, I almost said skins. You get like cosmetics for your characters and stuff like that. You get the couriers. You get cool stuff for contributing and for being in this, and then you also get to watch every game of the international.
Yeah.
You get instant access to all. You could.
I think that's a good way to do it. It's
And
kind of like a pay-per-view ticket.
And I don't think that League of Legends does that. I think all they do is they stream on Twitch, and then fuck it, who cares unless you're going there. It's not providing something for the viewer. You know what I mean? Whereas this, there's all these things that you can do that make you feel a part of that event.
Which is really big because that's what I think
player
is
cards
like
and stuff.
the transition between like a niche thing to like a huge thing is that with Major League Sports, people are so involved. The jerseys, like fucking bar fights and everything. like they feel as much a part of it as the people who play it.
You don't like Loda? You punch in the face.
I don't know, like this is like I'm out of my weight here. Like it's as simple as that. I've played WoW
I showed you the
I've played a World of Warcraft before. Okay.
I showed you the Korean video of the Korean people.
Yes,
and you enjoyed that.
I did. So I played some League of Legends. Okay. I've actually been playing quite a bit of Infinite Crisis, and like that's like it. Like League of Legends,
DC one, right? Okay.
Like League of Legends is fun, and I love it, and I would love to play Dota, but like I know the culture of Dota players.
All right, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I came up with something the other day, and it's going to happen. Mark my damn words, and just know that you heard it here first. Lego the MOBA. It's going to happen.
You think so?
They're going to make a Lego MOBA, and I'm fucking calling it right now. They are going to make a Lego MOBA. They make Lego everything now.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time before they put it in the lanes.
Put it in the lanes. Like, look, I'm excited. Like, I love... That was a good one.
Yeah.
I love it when games like have these followings and have these tournaments. Like I think that's so cool that people could be so passionate and that you could we could go there, okay? Not even as good players, like just as average people, but we're all going there like as players to watch this, you know what I mean? Like we don't get anything out of this. You know, this isn't the NBA, the NFL where we can go to a stadium and watch like these athletes play out on the field or on the court, you know what I mean? But we still want to go to these tournaments. We still have these tournaments because we care about it so much.
And you know what's really cool about it is that when you're there, you can meet the people who play. You know what I mean? It's not like a football game where, you go to see a football game, you're not going to see those players unless you're a hot ass chick at a bar. And you are,
unless you got a hookup,
you're looking.
You're not getting back there. You're not going to meet them.
There is an ugly side to it too. Like, God, who was it? Someone who got kicked out of their team. Some esports guy because he was just a huge dick.
Oh, I heard that happened with a StarCraft player.
It was a StarCraft player.
But it wasn't a team. He was just part of a group. I think it was Evil Geniuses. I remember.
Yes. I think
it was
so,
Evil Geniuses. He was an asshole. He called out like all his fans on the forum and said, all you people suck and all you people, I'm so much better than this. And they were like, look, you think you're such hot shit finding another team.
Yeah.
We're not going to let you belittle our fans.
But that has nothing to do, I don't think that's like the underbelly. I think that's just a mean person.
Yeah.
Because you don't hear about that too much. I mean, you do hear about corrupt shit about like that poor guy who jumped out of his window.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing was a farce. Like the person who owned his team was
were like selling losses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he would sell their equipment and stuff. He was doing awful stuff. And I feel like unfortunately in a place, because you can make good money from playing. I mean, you can.
Yeah.
If you look, I was talking to my cousin the other day, and I was looking at all the tournaments going on, and there's just tons of money in it.
Yeah, there is. Especially now that it's becoming so common, it's becoming so acceptable.
Tons of money in it. So that unfortunately, when there is money, there will be people who will look for ways to exploit it. So.
I don't play Dota or League, so I'm not really interested
there you go.
either.
I don't really play.
You heard it here from Hunter.
I've played a little bit of Dota. I have never played League, but like I understand the impacts and the ramifications of this shit.
Yeah, like they sound fun. It's just something that I wouldn't be into.
I think there's a big barrier to entry. Like you go to play League, and there's like 100 characters you can play as or something.
I kind of feel like it's like
if you're not playing as Ash, then who you're playing as?
It's like Dark Souls. Like it's like you kind of like punish yourself at first, but then once you get used to it and everything, it becomes fun.
Nobody's calling you a scrub for playing Dark Souls.
No, I know, but like it opens up for you and you actually start having fun. I just really feel like you have to like really be really patient and very like, and that's something that I'm very patient with games and stuff, but I don't know if it's something that I would have a lot of enjoyment.
You have to do a lot of
it's
reading
like
and
Counter-Strike. It's kind of like Counter-Strike. Like, if you're going to play it, you're going to suck.
Yeah.
People are going to let you know, and they're going to treat you very poorly, which I think sucks.
Which is why you said you don't play Dota?
No. Just the community.
I won't do it.
Dota's a tough game to start. It really is. It truly is.
And that's why, like, I feel like it's one of those games, like even League of Legends. Well, I started off League of Legends when it was in beta.
Yeah.
Like back when
you got in with the start.
Yeah, like I played. I started with the original characters and stuff. I had you got some Bowser skin for Rammus for playing in the beta. Yeah. Anyway, the game has changed massively. Like it really has from the start. And when I started playing Dota, it's definitely a different monster. It's a lot more. There's a lot more things going on in Dota, and I feel like it's one of those things where I just watch a lot of videos, and there are great outlets for the community, and there are a lot of tools for you to go out there and just kind of watch things, and even watching people play the tournaments and stuff, you can pick stuff up on your own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
it's like similar like. Because Total War is not something that everybody gets into either, because you really have to like be patient and get good. And for me, the way I got good was actually watching other players online and actually learning how they do things, and then just taking all these tips and learning for myself. So, like,
no, that's happened to me plenty of times. You know,
like I like games like that also that allow you to find your own way. You know what I mean? Like allow you to find your own path in the game and learn how you play. I think that's really cool about Dota.
That's a good question though. Like, I wonder if it could really exist. Like, I wonder if games like League and Dota could exist without YouTube. You know what I mean? Because some of it's so difficult. Like in the old days, where it's like the only tips you could get would be like out of a magazine. I think it would be just such a big barrier and such a hill for a lot of people. They would have never played.
You know, and I want to bring this up. Dota itself was a thing back then.
Yeah.
Well, Dota's existed for a long time.
Yeah.
Dota's not just, MOBAs in themselves have existed for a long time.
A long time.
And so
Warcraft 3 since then?
Yeah, it was a mod for Warcraft 3, and Warcraft 3 has existed since the early 90s.
Yeah.
You know? So I feel like, and Dota didn't do bad, obviously, because somebody decided to make a copy of it, and that's what I think is the real merit of something, is if somebody decides to clone you, it's something good.
Imitation is the most sincere
there's
form of
something
flattery.
there.
Yeah, there's something there. So, I feel like it can exist without YouTube. It's a more underground kind of thing.
Yeah, it would be much more underground than it is.
Yeah.
But,
what it was. A lot of people didn't play. There are good bits people play Dota, but not a lot.
What do you viewers think? What are you excited for?
Do you
guys like
Allstars?
Dota or do you guys like League? Please don't flame it up in the comments. So I'd rather appreciate we don't start some bitter turf war that destroys all of the gaming community.
I wouldn't mind. I honestly wouldn't. If you want to have a flame war, go ahead.
Take it out like war.
I'd love to see conversations. Just don't be a dick about it.
Yeah. So, but let us know what you think. What are you guys excited for? Are you guys excited for the Dota or the League tournament?
What's the League tournament called?
Allstars.
Allstars, and then
not as cool of a name. Not as cool of a name.
Well, I think it's
international, much cooler.
I don't know if it's a lesser event or not. I don't really like the only events that I know for League of Legends, like big events, is like CLG, and then there's another one that like I don't know, there's some acronym.
Also, just throwing this out there, what are you excited for at E3? E3 is coming up.
We're right around the corner.
What are your expectations? What are your hopes?
Fallout 5.
Fallout 5? They just skipped 4.
Over 4.
They're like, yeah, you thought it was coming.
And then Valve comes out and they're like, shit, we were gonna do that. Then they turn around and they take all the shit back, like all the 4, like a big.
We were gonna talk about Half-Life 3, but I guess not.
No.
What are you excited for?
The viewers to watch our episode.
To watch our E3 coverage.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for joining us.
Here at Safe Point.
Yeah, awkward ending going out.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, check out our Patreon campaign too, by the way.
Did we mention that?
I think we did.
Yeah.
In passing.
Okay. Have a nice day.